What's up? What's up? What's going on this good Sunday afternoon? Welcome to Keeping It G. We gotta, man, we don't have to change the topics this week up, fellas. Some crazy things done happened as of yesterday and today. But as you can see, I told you we was bringing on some special guests. I got my homeboy with me, Curtis J. How you doing, my G?
How you doing, man?
For sure. So you know, I keep it real. Like as we say, we keep it a G. I was walking up here setting up, met my guy Curtis. He was like, "Hey, y'all about to shoot a video?" I'm like, "Nah, bro." He was like, "What y'all about to do?" I said, "A podcast." He was like, "So what y'all talk about?" So I'm going through the rundown. And I told him that we also go into national things like the news. And then when I brought up what happened today, he was like, "Yo, I got some thoughts and opinions and facts on there. So let me like sit back, like and express my thoughts." So, today is gonna be a little different. We're gonna get to what we normally talk about, but again, some big news did drop. And the crazy thing is that big news is going to affect not just you watching, but every age demographic that you see right here. You know, I'm in my early 40s. Justin is 19. Josh is 16. Curtis is in his early mid 20s. And so, what happened today and what could possibly happen in November is going to affect literally every age group as you see in this camera shot right now. So, we getting ready to get to it. Welcome back. This is episode 3 of Keeping It G. Hey, everybody tap in, subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. So let's get it cracking. T-Cut. All right, we back on Keeping It G. As you can see again, I got my sons, Justin, Joshua, my boy Curtis J here, live and direct from the pool. So, fellas, like I said, I'm in my early 40s. I done seen a lot of crazy things in political cycles. I done seen sex scandals. I done seen a lot of things. I done lived through the Reagan crack epidemic, to where a president and his, senators, other, people like who was part of his government, flooded the streets with cocaine,
Yes.
which is what you guys see in the show Snowfall. That was all based on the Reagan era because he was trying to fund the war. I don't live through one term of Bush Sr., another 2 terms of Bush Jr. We done lived through the Clinton files. Well, I've lived through the Clinton files. I went through 2 terms of President Obama wars. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up. But hey, I like President Obama, but look, facts are facts. Um, and then after that, we went through the first term of Trump and, you know, Make America Great Again, aka, bring back white power, even though, he said that he wasn't on that. To me, he was. Then we went into the first era of President Biden. In the last 2 weeks, guys, we've seen an attempted assassination. We've also seen today the news that a sitting president has now dropped out of his reelection campaign. I don't know about y'all, but this news is huge. I look at it like this. People knew Biden was old when they elected the man.
Right, right. We did. We did.
It's not like dude went into office
Like
65 and
fresh,
then came out 83. We knew what his age was.
81.
It's so, but now he has, dropped out. It looks like it possibly may be Kamala. I was talking to my mother earlier today and I said this, and this is just my personal opinion. If a popular, and even though she wasn't popular with everybody, but if a popular political beloved white woman,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I'll say it again, a political beloved white woman in Hillary Clinton, if she couldn't defeat, at that time President Trump,
Mm-hmm. Trump.
do we really think that sitting Vice President Kamala Harris has a real shot, being that she
We
is
know it's
a
not a
black
shot.
woman? Again, I say that again, a black woman. Um, I just don't see that happening. So within this last two cycles, what do y'all think? What's y'all thoughts, comments on everything y'all seen these past two cycles? I'll pass off to Curtis J first.
All right, well, me just really just thinking about everything. Just to follow up on the latter part of that question, do I think that the vice president will win over Trump? No. Just looking at Biden's tweet, if you can go back, if you guys can go up right now, he just made a tweet maybe around 51 minutes ago about his basically his cop out of why he's not running anymore. And if you actually just read it, it basically just sounds like, hey, Trump has a strong running. I don't even want to waste my time to even continue to put up a fight to go to something that's already won. With the publicity around Trump, with the cases, with his strong backing already with his supporters, Biden said he's going to take time to focus on the rest of his term. So, respectfully, I don't think the vice president have a chance. And like you said, he's going up against someone black. He went up against Hillary, and you see how that turned out. So Trump is a man that's full of tactics. He's a smart guy. Everything that he does is like critical, is thought out. So yeah, I know how it's gonna go.
And let me say this as well. Hillary Clinton is one of the only people that's ran for president who won the popular vote by a large margin.
It was like
By a large margin, but lost the electoral college. I tell people this all the time, and this is something I talk to my sons about ever since they were growing up. Everybody wants to vote once every 4 years. Guys, you're wasting your time. I'm being honest with you. I want everybody to vote, but everybody wants to vote once every 4 years. You're wasting your time. And the reason why I say that, us, don't decide who the president is.
right.
Understand that. Again, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by a large margin. It wasn't even close. But she lost the electoral college. What does that say? The people that you vote for every 2 years, those are the people that cast their vote on behalf of you. Let me say that again. The people that you vote for every 2 years, not once every four, but every 2 years, those are the people who cast their votes for you on what they feel is in the best interest of you. It's just like if anybody here, these gentlemen won the lottery, right? And they hit for 100 million. But I tell them, you know what? I don't think y'all need 100 million. I don't think you need that. I'm going to just give you 25. I'm going to pocket the other 75 for me because that's what I feel is best for you. How would y'all feel if I told y'all that? Josh? Oh, now you got a mic, bro.
I feel like you taking money out my pockets because you don't never know what I need. You don't know the situation somebody else is in or something like that. And so, like, you got to think about something before you do it. Like, why you got to take money out my pocket if you good? Why can't we all eat? You know what I'm saying?
Just
Just pretty much pick up what he said. I'll just look at you crazy because you pretty much dictating something that you pretty much dictating something that I don't need. That wish I won. By the way, like I'm the one who won that $1,000,000. Why are you somebody say that I don't need it? You feel me? So yeah, pretty much pick on what he said. Like I feel like you shouldn't like tell nobody what they don't need or something. Cause like I feel like I should learn from what I'm used to that 1 meal. Maybe I needed to like take care of my family, or maybe I needed to take care of myself, or pretty much like, or maybe like start a brand with it. So yeah.
Curtis?
All I got to say about that is my walk isn't your walk. My journey isn't your journey. What I need is not what you need. Anybody dictating what I have and what I need in my life is somebody who I don't think I would need in any type of power or any type of control to dictate that.
If you notice what Justin and Curtis said, they both said two very important words that people may have missed. Dictate. If you look, America tells you that we're built on a democracy.
We are.
That's what they tell you. They tell you that it's not a dictatorship. We're built on democracy. But if you make a decision that I didn't particularly vote for, does that really sound like democracy, fellas?
It's not. It's not.
I'm just asking the question. Now, everybody has their own opinion. Please feel free. Social studies experts, please chime in. Political pundits, please chime in on what y'all think. But again, if we live in a democracy, and I'm glad that I get the freedom to vote and that I'm not killed for it, which, even though we think that this is only goes on in, third world countries, I want to remind you, 60, 70, 50 years ago, we were being killed for just trying to go vote
We were.
here in America. All right.
To speak.
And so it wasn't just too long ago. So I'm not just trying to get too political, but these past 2 weeks have been hectic. Again, I'm in my early 40s, and I've seen a lot of political BS, a lot. But these last 2 weeks by far pretty much take the cake. Now, whether people believe the assassination was an actual real thing, whether it was planned, I'm not going to say what my beliefs are, but I'm going to say this. It is real hard to touch a president. All right? Boy, it is hard. The last president that somebody attempted to touch was Ronald Reagan. All right? Reagan got. He didn't get killed, but he got shot. If you notice, when people were threatening, some people in West Memphis sent out threats to go dress up in white suits and clown faces and go to the inauguration and kill President Obama. Don't you know the Secret Service went to the people's house and let's go. All right, let's go. Nothing you do is secret. Nothing you do is unhidden, whether it's a text message, whether it's something that you type on the internet, whether you joking or not. Everything you do, they can see. It goes through several filters. Even though you put it out there, everything is monitored and watched. All right? Everything. And so, again, whether we believe the assassination was a true assassination or whether it was a ploy because maybe his numbers wasn't what he thought that they were going to be. Like my boy said, if you go back and read Biden's tweet, he's pretty much like, hey, bro, I quit.
Hey, man, when you got this, I bow out gracefully.
hey, bro, you know what? I don't even want this challenge. Like, man, look, man, you done, got shot at in broad daylight. Your numbers went through the roof. Everybody got jokes and tweets and memes, and I honestly don't feel I can win this. And so what's the point of me wasting my time? So I'm going to let my boy Curtis get the last words on this topic. But again, guys, vote every 2 years. Stop waiting every 4 years. Every 2 years. That's where the real change happens. That's where the real decision making happens right there. Every 2 years. Your senators, all right? Your junior senators, all right? Those are your real change makers, your Congress, all right? So please begin to vote every 2 years. Stop just waiting every 4. Curtis J., you got the last word on this topic, bro.
Picking back on what he said, man, if you really want to make a real change out here in the world, man, you have to put in the work. Unlike myself, I'm not I'm not big on politics, but honestly, just being honest, ever since Trump has been involved in any type of politics that goes on inside of my world, I have been more and more intrigued about just different things that go on in the world, which caused me to kind of like tune in to different things here and there. Over the last 2 weeks, it's been crazy. It's a lot of things that's been happening. The assassination attempt, like my man said, whether if it was real or fake, it's all a ploy in a way that's gonna work out in Trump's favor. There's really no need to kind of feel as if who is gonna be a president at this point. Me personally, I feel like we need to go ahead and prepare ourselves. You know, let's go ahead and prepare ourselves. But me personally, Biden has came and he has done a lot of great things during his time in the president. As during his run, whether we see it or don't see it, whether it's public or not, he has done some great things. But I do believe that Trump will come in. It's gonna be a lot of chaos. It will get ready for be ready for chaos. But I think for the American people, for who actually resonate at his stature of class. It's classes. Um, he's coming and he's gonna put he got a great business mind. If he don't have anything else, he got a great business mind. So I'm just gonna sit back and watch and let's make America great again.
Well, Curtis, I appreciate you for being out here like he's at this moment. To me, everything is God ordained, so it's the reason why you were sitting out here. Like when we got into that 5-minute conversation, you were like, hey, man, like, let me pull up. So I appreciate you for pulling up, man. Anytime that we out here like it's on a Sunday and you want to jump back right on in, hey, feel free, bro. So appreciate you. I'll let you go get in the pool now. All right, Curtis. All right, welcome back to our regularly scheduled program again. We back on Keeping It G. Myself, Coach G, a.k.a. Damon.
Josh Gillette.
Justin Gillette, go by JG.
All right, so yesterday, the Hootens Arkansas football magazine dropped. If y'all don't know what Hootens is, it is a high school, high school and college publication magazine, which is the biggest which is the biggest high school and college publication in Arkansas. This is what people look forward to every year. I know we mentioned this young man the past 2 weeks, but I want to give a shout out to our nephew, Man, right there on the cover. Y'all see that chain he got on right there? Hey, zoom in on it, baby. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, y'all see that chain he got on too? In honor of his brothers, Day, Trey. Love y'all boys, miss y'all. So, the magazine dropped yesterday, and the conference we really pay attention to is 5A, of course, because that's the conference that Josh played. Well, classification that we pay attention to is 5A because that's the class that Josh plays in. Hootens top 5 pretty much went as predicted for me, outside of who they got at number 4, which I can see why they got them at number 4. But their top 10 went as Camden Fairview, which to me, if you listen to our first podcast, I had Camden ranking way higher than that. They got Camden Fairview at 10, High Springs Lakeside at 9, Searcy at 8, Marmel at 7, Valley View at 6, Pine Bluff at 5, Greenbrier at thank you.
I didn't know they was even in 5A.
Yeah, so they dropped down to 6A once Shiloh moved up. So what?
You said they dropped down to 6.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Greenbrier dropped down to 5A once Shiloh moved up to 6A. Robertson at 3, Hardin Academy at 2, and Parkview at 1.
That's realistic.
So what?
That's like a realistic prediction. So, in my opinion, I mess with it. I like where the order is, in my opinion.
I would put Pine Bluff ahead of Greenbrier. I would definitely put Camden Fairview ahead of Greenbrier. Maybe even Marmel. I don't know.
But you can't forget that Greenbrier did have a good run last year, though, like going to the playoffs.
They did have a good run in 6A, which again they are dropping down from bigger conference. The last team that dropped down to 6A, or that dropped down from 6A, was Parkview, and they end up winning the state championship. Do I think Greenbrier is going to have that same success?
Which conference are they in?
No. They're in the West, so I definitely believe that they're going to win their conference. I definitely believe that, but I don't think that they're going to win state at all.
Yeah, I won't say state, but I said they'll make a deep run in the playoffs.
What do you consider a deep run?
Make it to the third round at least.
Third round is semifinals.
Oh, okay. Well, so it's only 4 rounds in the
Yep.
in 5.
First round, quarterfinals, semis, state championship.
Second round.
Second round.
So that'll be deep in that terms. That'll be a deep run. So second round.
Okay.
Second
All right.
round.
So, and I could see them making it to the second round. The reason why I say that, they will have home field advantage the first 2 games if they win the West. So they will get those first 2 games at home. I don't know if they're the top. No, I don't think they're the top seed. So I think the Central. So I think whoever wins the Central has home field throughout. So the West winner would have to come to the winner of the Central. But do want to give a quick congratulations, and we're going to move off of this. Joshua was mentioned in the Hootens book as one of the contributing, like his defensive backs in the secondary. So just to get his thoughts on not only what he feels about this, but also feels about his coaches mentioning him as being a contributor. Just his thoughts. Then after that, we'll move on to something else. So, Joshua, what do you think about, for one, your coaches mentioning you, and also the rankings that Hootens has for their top 10, which is a little bit different from the rankings that we had?
I do appreciate beating Hootens. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know what that was at first.
Bruh, how did you not know what Hootens was? We just talk about this every year.
I mean, I don't really pay attention to all this. I didn't know what it was at first. Cause when you had woke me up out my sleep and told me I was in a Who's book, I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't even know what Who's is for real. I didn't even know what that was. I was so lost.
Oh, man.
You just showed me a whole sports book, and I thought it was like them little fantasy football books that you be getting and stuff. I didn't know what Who's was at first until I just looked at it. I still don't really know what it is, to be honest with you. I think it's just a whole bunch of teams and players in it where they just do stuff.
So it's pretty much just their preseason rankings on where they feel teams will finish. So that's it. But it is a very popular book, not only just in Central Arkansas, but all of Arkansas. And so this is the book that people wait for yearly, especially the high school athletes, because the first thing that they want to do is what, Justin? They want to go like to their team page. Am I mentioned? Am I mentioned? Oh, my name right there. Hey, yo, post that. So, it's a big deal. But I definitely appreciate you, being surprisingly humble right now.
I didn't know what it was.
All right.
It's like I looked at the book when you had showed it to me, and I had saw my name. I was like, my name is in a book. I don't even know what the book is about right now. To be honest, I just saw my name in there and my teammates' names in there. I was like, so we made a book or something. I didn't know what it was.
Okay. So what do you think about their top 10 rankings versus what ours was a few weeks ago? You agree with it, disagree with it, think somebody should be higher or lower?
I can't lie. It's like I don't know what they have over there, but I was low key surprised that like Greenbrier's at number 4 right now. If I had to do it, I'd say Parkview, Joe T. Since I watched some film on them, Hardin Academy, they pretty solid down there. uh, Maumelle,
Mm,
and Pine Bluff.
okay. So you would put Marmel at number 4? Is that it? Okay.
Based off this list right now, yeah, I put Maumelle at number 4.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Hey, Marmel has a lot of good players though. So I do think they will have a good year, but I just don't know about number 4 until I actually see a little bit more.
They not top
But
5 for you?
so what?
They top 5?
No, they're not top 5 for me.
What's your top 5?
Um, I would agree with. I mean, of course, Parkview, of course. Um, Harding, Robinson. Then I would go Camden. Then I would go Pine Bluff. Um, then I would put Marmel behind Pine Bluff. I mean, so I got them right outside the top 5. I mean, so 6. Maybe 6. 7 at the worst. So, you know. But I do want to give a shout out to Hootens because I can tell you this right now, boy. They love money. I don't know if Hootens notices, but as offensive preseason watch list, y'all got money name in here twice, bro. Don't get me wrong, money is amazing, but why is his name in here twice? Yo. So, but yo, shout out to money. One thing I don't like is that it's only one kid from Robinson on the preseason watch list, which is Tyson Braden. Um, hey, Mike, Nick, it's for y'all. It's time to wake the state up, baby. For real. There's no reason why y'all shouldn't be on the watch list, with the things that y'all did last year. So, but we finna segue to another subject, so we'll be back in a second. All right. So last week we did our top 10 players in the state of Arkansas, and we had asked for some comments and feedback. So we did get that. My homeboy, coach and trainer extraordinaire, Ricky Brown Jr., a.k.a. RB Skills, did put in who he feel is his top 8. Also, if you're looking for an amazing trainer to work with you on strength, to work with you on footwork, quickness, speed, tap in with Ricky underscore RBJ skills with a Z underscore. Again, his Instagram name is underscore RBJ skills with a Z underscore. Tap in with Coach Ricky Brown. So his top 8 that he has is cornerback, DB from Robinson, Michael Hayes. Number 7, Jace White. Safety, wide receiver from Parkview. Number 6, quarterback Quinn Murphy, also from Parkview. Number 5, as he said, do it all Cam Settles. Running back, defensive back, also out of Parkview. Number 4, all around athlete, cornerback, safety, wide receiver, running back, quarterback, kickoff return, Marcus Wembley out of Bauxite. Number 3, quarterback from Conway, Grayson Wilson. Number 2, Monterio Money Elson, running back from Parkview. And number 1, safety, wide receiver, Amarion Man Robinson as number 1. So that's what Coach Rick has as his top 8 players in the state of Arkansas. Ours was a little different, being that Jace wasn't in there. I just found out some information about Grayson Wilson that I read that definitely moves him down on my list as well. But what do y'all think about Coach Ricky's list compared to the list that we did last week?
I'll say his list is very interesting. Added some new pieces in there like Jace White. I feel like a lot of people don't know who Jace White is.
True.
I feel like he's a very good athlete. Especially a great wide receiver. He have great feet, great hands. Real hard dude to defend. But now since he's going to a new school, to Parkview, he's learning how to play defensive back, which I feel that he will be good. I've heard some good news about him that he's developing, he's doing better. He right now is competing for a spot to start at safety. And about the Wilson, Grayson Wilson, it's kind of crazy to hear that him probably not able like to like start out as a quarterback because like you hear
That's
his
what's being said.
because first of all he's like an Arkansas like he was like a 4-star quarterback, 4-star 3-star.
He's definitely a high 3-star.
Yeah,
Definitely high three.
like we seen this kid like highlights. He have a great perfect spiral and a great ball, and like hearing him probably not start out as a quarterback is kind of crazy and shocking. Like it's kind of actually like what's going on. Like is he not fitting the system of what James Bucks want, or Buck James want, or or maybe the other kid, or maybe it's got a kid that's probably better. So hopefully that the rumors ain't true. Hopefully that he like get together. Hope he can play this year and we can like see how Conway will compete in 7A. So I feel like back to his list. I feel like his list is pretty solid. It's his opinion, what he feels who's the best. So it's cool with me. They can go either or.
It was a pretty solid list. I was surprised to see Grayson in there because I don't really hear a lot of people just talk about Grayson like that. So I was kind of surprised to see Grayson in there. But other than that, it's a pretty solid list. Probably, his own opinion. We had our own opinion on our list. But nah, I really like his list a lot. I was just, like I said, kind of surprised to see Grayson in there because I don't hear a lot of people really talk about Grayson.
That was the news that I heard this week that right now, and this came from Buck James' mouth, that the quarterback to beat out is a sophomore. Now, sophomore is a big kid. I heard he goes like 6'4", 6'5". Heard he can sling it. But again, Grayson is a 3-star consensus. Some publications does have Grayson as a 4-star as well, and he is a commit to the University of Arkansas. With him transferring from CAC, moving up to 7A ball, I'm wondering. He didn't come in early. He came in after the basketball season. So is he not picking up to the speed of 7A from what they have going on in practice, from what they've done in team camps? Is he possibly not picking up the playbook? It could be several factors, but that's definitely going to be very interesting to watch to see what Conway does at quarterback with Grayson. The addition that caught my eye was Jace. Let me say this. I coached Jason 7-on-7 this year, and when I say Jace is a phenomenal player, Jace is a phenomenal player. I haven't seen Jace play safety. So I don't, and from my understanding, that's where Parkview is looking to transition Jace to. I've seen Jace play wide receiver, and I can tell you Jace is he made All-State in 7A. Jace is a All-State dog at receiver. If it's in this area, he's going to catch it. All right, Jace goes every bit of 6'2 and a half, maybe even 6'3, at least a solid 205, 210. And when I say Jason solid, dude is solid. Pause. No diddy. But he's a real big muscular kid. But I'm definitely very interested to see how he transitions to safety, and also how does he fit into that rotation at Parkview. Again, they do have very good receivers already on that squad. You have Kyrick Folks. You have Kyron Marshall. Again, you also have money that can flex out. You also have Jermaine Penny. You also have Man as well. So it's definitely going to be very interesting to see what Parkview projects him as and how he fits into that role. So, Coach Rick, appreciate you for tapping in and giving us your list. Again, if you're looking for an amazing trainer, go lock in, tap in with my boy, Coach Ricky Brown. All right, y'all. Next segment. Sorry. All right, y'all. So the big thing this summer is Summer League.
Yeah.
Normally, a lot of people don't pay attention. For you don't think like Summer League is a big thing this year?
It's a big thing, man. I want to
Okay, I can respect that. I can.
I say the Olympics is the biggest.
But the Olympics ain't started yet, bro.
Still, look at that USA team. They got the advantage.
Yeah, they almost got beat by South Sudan.
That doesn't matter.
That definitely matters, though. They always got beat by South Sudan.
They had an off game.
Hey, and everybody is entitled to an off game. So, which I'm glad Josh said that because that's definitely going to segue us a little bit better into our next subject. So, Summer League is, one of the big things. Let me say that. One of the big things going on at this current time. The biggest thing in Summer League, I think we can all agree on, is what? Bronny James. Whether Bronny goes 10 for 10 or 0 for 2, it seems the talk is about Bronny. Is he a pro? That's what Jaylen Brown said, who is the current reigning NBA Finals MVP. Jaylen was saying mouthing that he doesn't think Bronny is a pro. So it's no, surprise or, any, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say. But it's no surprise that his father, who is considered as the greatest, if he's not the greatest, people definitely have him in that top 3, top 5, top 2 area. That he was one of the biggest pieces in getting Bronny drafted to the Lakers, which is the team that he plays on. Me personally, I don't have a problem with nepotism. You know why? The world is ran on nepotism. All right? If you look at the Cowboy owners and their hierarchy, do you see any other last name outside of Jones?
No.
You see Jerry, his the son's wife. Who do you think has since the late 80s, who do you think has ran the Lakers?
The Bus family.
Like, did he pass it down to anybody else?
No.
Do we know if his kids are actually qualified to run it?
No.
Do we question it?
No.
Who runs Walmart?
Sam Walton.
His kids. Who runs Tyson? John Tyson. His kids. Nepotism is everywhere, guys. It's everywhere. Heinz ketchup. You're not going to see a Gillette running Heinz ketchup. Man, our last name is Gillette. Have we ever got any money out the Razor Company?
No.
But I'm pretty sure if you go look at their CEO, their CFO, that those people have the same last name as those founders. Nepotism runs the world. Corporations are ran strictly through nepotism. So I have no problem with Bronny assisting in getting his son drafted. Hell, if I could, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to put your kids on. Now, you do want them to be qualified. So if they're not qualified, your job is to help them get qualified. But if I was an all-world NFL player and, you guys were, not just great, but y'all were good enough to get there, you think I'm not going to fight to get y'all there? What kind of father would I be if I don't, help put my kids in a better place to succeed? Now, is Bronny going to be LeBron?
No. Not even close.
Of course not. Yes, we do. We definitely know he's not going to be LeBron at all. Yes, we did.
We knew Steph Curry was going to be Steph Curry.
Did you see Steph Curry at Davidson? Steph was Steph at Davidson. All right, now I know Bronny went through a heart ailment to where he actually had a heart attack. So that took away a lot of his freshman year. But with Bronny, and it seems like he's now starting to break out the slump. But with Bronny being a second-round pick, he's playing like a second-round pick. everybody's not going to be Mano Ginobili. Everybody's not going to be Joker, to come out the second round and dominate. But what are y'all feelings on Bronny? And by the way, Alexander Sarr went 0 for 15. The number 2 overall draft pick went 0 for 15. Let me say that, Justin. 0 for 15 is what he went. Bronny just scored 13 points. Followed up with another good game. But before that, he was shooting. I'm talking about, hey, look, boy, that boy was airballing threes. I'm talking about barely touching net airballing threes. And he was like the lead story. And so what do you guys think about what's going on with Bronny? Do y'all feel that the criticism is fair? Do y'all feel that it's unfair? Do you feel that people should just let the kid be a kid and just play ball? Because it kind of seems like the pressure that's on Shedeur Sanders. Mm-hmm. And, I just thought of a question. Do y'all think that LeBron should come out and protect Bronny the way Dion comes out and protects Shedeur? Because if we know Dion will jump on Twitter and hit you with that, that reply back. So what do y'all think about that, guys?
So my thing about the Bryant situation, don't get me wrong, I feel like everybody knew that Bryant was gonna play how he was gonna play because we look at his college career, we all know he didn't play as much, and when he did play, he didn't do nothing crazy.
Right.
He probably had like 3 points, a block, and probably 2 assists. So everybody expect Bryant, but the thing is, this is what people saw. People wanted Bronny stay another year in college, and so he can develop, so he can get that experience that he didn't have in the beginning of the season. Because we all know in the beginning he had a heart problem where he could have potentially died in. So it's like that heart problem could probably cause his game of basketball, and then when he came in late in the season, he probably had to get the routine, play in that habit. So
knock off the rust.
Yeah, knock off the rust. So it's so I felt like I know in my opinion don't matter, but I feel like in my moment, if I was in Bronny's situation, I would have stayed another year in college.
Okay. I can
So I can it don't matter what school he went to. He could have stayed at USC or he could have went to that other school where where Bron's best friend coach at. No matter what, I feel like he could have stayed another year and developed and just getting that feel of playing basketball like a whole season, and then next year then go pro. Because I feel like it's kind of too. I think it's kind of rushed in a way, because it's like we all know that he's not gonna play. He's not gonna just automatically play in the NBA. He probably gonna play a few games so they can have that moment of saying that LeBron and Bronny played a same game together, and they can make that history a headline. Then after they're gonna send him straight to the G leagues, and in the G leagues, it's kind of hard to develop in that way, because it's not a lot of people that's from the G League that just hoops and comes to the NBA and do the same thing.
It's true.
So it's I feel like he shouldn't have a lot of pressure on him, because we all expect that he was gonna play the way he was gonna play, but same time we gonna people gonna hold that accountable. And I see I don't feel like LeBron should. I feel like LeBron should and he shouldn't. I feel like LeBron probably not going back and retweet back, because I think in the way he want to show his son that this is how the NBA is. This is how the world is. People gonna criticize you. People gonna talk down on you. It's how you gonna respond to it. You gonna just keep your head down, keep working, or you just gonna let it affect you. And I feel like that Bronny probably gonna get to the point. I feel like Bronny gonna be an average NBA player. He probably gonna be that average NBA player who gonna average probably 13 points a game, get you that 5. He probably be Alonzo Ball in a way, but different though. He can spread the floor. He can spread the floor. Pass the ball. I feel like that's me watching him play, him growing up. I feel like he's like a legitimate point guard in a way. Asking he can spread the floor, pass the ball, and he can get boards. If you understand what I'm saying, he can play a little defense. I'm not saying he's gonna shoot a 3 on you. I feel like he can just be a legitimate point guard in a way.
I don't see Bronny averaging 13 points, but
I feel like he be that average guy, just an average NBA player.
Average NBA player don't average no 13 points. Average NBA player probably hit 5, 6, maybe 7.
Yeah.
Points.
But also in the fact of the matter, you can't. But also in the fact of the matter, you gotta look at other players. There's other players that had better stats than Bronny James coming to the draft. Like his teammate Boogie. averaged 16 points a game and had like what 5 assists, like no 7 assists and like 3 rebounds and went undrafted. But you got somebody who averaged like 3 points a game and something. I feel like that's unfair to some people in a way, cause like you got other people that's in that league like that's coming out of college that's balling out, so they showcase they're not getting drafted. Like the kid that came from NC State. He went undrafted and he balled out the whole tournament. He took a NC State team to dang near a freaking what? They went to like the Elite Eight,
I thought they went to the Final Four.
Final Four. That's
I think.
Final Four, Elite Eight. That's crazy. Like you have it's like you choosing a kid to market your brand instead of picking a kid who can help and build your team. I feel like drafting Bronny was like a selfish move in a way. 'Cause I feel like the Lakers on deck to like keep LeBron on their team and also help their brand instead of actually finding people to like build pieces around to help their program around. Because we all know that Bronny's not ready to be a pro right now. He still got to develop and build up his momentum to be where he want to be. So that's how I feel about it.
What did you expect? I mean, everybody knew this was coming. Everybody knew he was getting drafted. Like, come on. He's LeBron's kid. Everybody knew he was getting drafted.
Yeah, we knew that.
So, I don't know why. If you expected something different.
I don't expect nothing different. I feel like that situation was unfair to other people who's in college who actually balling out and having a good season, not able to get drafted to a kid who really ain't showed none of their potential. So that's my opinion.
Most things in the world but think about it. Most things in the world, it's about two things: a name and connections.
Oh, that was powerful, youngin. Youngin, that was powerful. Hey, remember, sometimes your last name can take you places that, other things can't. And it's not his fault that he was born into, basketball like his royalty. He can't help that. I will say this, though. I think he can be a decent player. I don't have, just high expectations. But again, he was a 55th pick. You were saying that he was drafted over Boogie and over the center who went to NC State. Coincidentally, you got to realize, unless you're a center that can stretch the floor and shoot, they're pretty much phasing out of the game. And so I don't just need somebody to just sit and hog up the lane. Because what are we trying to do? We're trying to get up and down the floor and shoot the ball.
And that's what he can do. He can shoot. He's like a Zach Randolph. He's a guy who can be in the post and he can legit either score on you or he can shoot a mid-range shot.
But can he do that against NBA players? That's the thing. So what you did against college players that was cool.
Yeah.
It's just like you would see quarterbacks win the Heisman Trophy and then get drafted in the 7th round. Or better yet, why do you think we don't see a lot of PA quarterbacks get scholarships to P4 schools? You feel what I'm saying? Because they look at you as a product of the system. Like, how do you project at the next level? Now, the NFL is actually trying to get Buddy to come to the league. But he said he wanted to, go fulfill his NBA dreams. To piggyback on Boogie, I think Boogie's like 23 years old, 24.
Okay, but also look at the Dalton, the dude that I just picked up. He was like 23, 24 years old too, and he went in the first round and he balled out too.
So he's also SEC Player of the Year.
Okay, he is SEC Player of the Year. I mean, the SEC basketball wasn't really crazy last year, to be honest.
It wasn't.
It really was and
I agree with you.
Because the best team in the SEC last year was eliminated in the first round, and that was Kentucky. They were the best team, and they got eliminated in the first round. So the SEC wasn't nothing crazy last year. It was like everybody was just good. Like you.
But Connect did lead Tennessee to at least the Elite Eight. I mean, so he took them on a deep run.
Yeah, he did. But also, you want to say age too. Like you want SEC Player of the Year, but also they both around the same age. Dude averaging 16 points a game. That's pretty dang good for a college basketball kid.
True. Now I look at it like this: they don't know what even though everybody has an opinion, nobody really knows what Bronny's ceiling is.
We don't.
They look at Boogie and they like, we pretty much know what his ceiling is gonna be. So we rather go with the kid who, in 3 years would be Boogie's age and see if we could grow him in our system versus in 3 years, Boogie would be 26, 27. And so about time he really gets there, like his, good days are, not really, on the upswing. They're kind of, begin to dwindle down. So, Josh?
I didn't expect Boogie to go undrafted because he did ball out last year. I was kind of surprised that he went undrafted. I'm surprised that, he did kind of start to have a kind of a bad season, towards the end.
Yeah, USC sucks.
But speaking of USC not being that great, even though he did, started to have a bad season. Surprised Isaiah Collier dropped as far as he did.
Oh yeah, and also him. He did he pretty much carried. He was a freshman last year. Pretty much carried the team last year by himself pretty much.
The best player on the USC basketball team was Juju Watkins. And she played for the female team.
She was.
So that was the best thing for USC basketball. But hey, Bronny, I know you're probably not gonna see this. But in case you do, man, keep your head up, keep balling, Regardless of how you got there, guess what? You're there.
True.
You're there.
Don't do it.
And a lot of people won't ever get there. And so just know that you are better than 93%, 94% of the world.
Yeah.
And you're better than 99% of the people talking ish about you. So, Bronny, keep your head up, keep balling. And like Josh said, plus he getting that chili. That's all that matters.
Wow.
He getting that chili.
Well, he
all right?
He made a bag just coming from the second round, so he made more money than people in the late first round.
Indeed. For our final segment, we got a question this week. And the question was, more so for you guys because it's your age demographic, which I'm going to tell a funny story after this because Tiffany and I, we had gone out last night, so this is kind of funny. But do you think rap music has an influence on teenagers in this era? Now, regardless of the kind of rap it is, whether it's Kendrick, whether it's Youngboy, whether it's, Drake, Lil Yachty, J. Cole, King Von, Killer Mike. A lot of teenagers not listening to Killer Mike. But, hey, bro, watch your mouth.
Dude, but you gotta understand. You know how mad I was when I was watching the BET Awards and out of everybody they said Killer Mike.
See, and that's why rap has an influence on kids because we're not listening to content anymore. But I'm finna pass because this question was specifically for Justin and Josh. I'm gonna chime in on it, and I'm gonna just bring it back from my era when I was growing up as well. So, but Justin and Josh, do you guys feel rap music has an influence on kids in this era? And to Keisha, I'm gonna add on, like it's to your question. What kind of influence do you feel rap music has?
Yes, I feel like rap music have a big influence on kids this generation. And what was the other question?
What kind of well the second part is what kind of influence do you feel that rap music has?
So yeah, like I said, yes, I feel like rap have a big influence on teenagers this generation, and also the category would be like drill or gangster rap. In my opinion, 'cause that's all you hear nowadays, or just bougie rap ass in like your sexy red or something, or people or like your lotto stuff like that.
You consider sexy red bougie?
I'm not bougie. I mean, I'm not bougie. I'm tripping.
I ain't never heard of bougie.
No, man, we gotta keep that. Nah, man, keep that. Let's keep going. I
I'm
like
tripping.
It.
I'm
Nah,
tripping.
man.
Not
Look,
bougie.
man.
I won't say bougie.
One thing we gonna do, we gonna be authentic. We gonna let people see bloopers. We gonna let people see everything. So nah, man, we keeping it.
Nah, I'm tripping.
Hold on,
bro.
hold on, hold on.
I won't say bougie. I meant
was gonna say, 'cause please
ghetto.
explain
I meant
ratchet.
ghetto. Ratchet,
mean
ghetto.
ratchet?
Yeah, ratchet and ghetto. Like, but now the us
Fine, camel skin. This
like
15.
like let me tell y'all let me tell y'all a story though, man. So listen.
Pause.
So listen, right? When we was growing up, of course, my mom and dad did not let us listen to no type of rap music. The artist we listened to was Mindless Behaviors, Chris Brown, freaking what was them girls with them colored hairs and stuff? Freaking Jacob Lattimore. All we listen to people like them, like that's what we was growing up to. Like we sing Justin Bieber stuff, like people like them, Diggy and stuff. We listen to them. This generation, I can go to I work at a Boys and Girls Club. I can legit turn on Boss Man D-Lo. I swear, I promise you, Boss Man D-Lo, I promise you. It's freaking
Left pocket full of P50.
I
Right
promise
pocket
you.
got blues.
I seen 5 and 6-year-old kids who were that like this itty tall saying the word by word, saying talking about some
Plug sitting in that pan to me.
I don't know what to do with it. $1,000 shoes. I walk in.
Out.
They know every word.
Running up
I
a
turn.
bag.
I'm over, bro. People playing sexy red. They talking about song. Ooh, baby, singing their little heart out. I'm like, yo, how y'all? I'm like, yo, how y'all know this song word by word? Cause it's like it's kind of crazy to me. Cause like, it's just crazy how the generation just moving on and it's just changing like slowly. Cause I feel like kids at that age shouldn't like know music like that. Cause they don't know what they don't know what they pretty much saying. Like Sexy Red, she's pretty much rapping about sexual stuff. Twerk. I know what you see. What she's here to do? Twerk. She twerk every time. Like every video you see, all she do is twerk, and I feel like it's a bad influence on our kids because it raised like our young girls thinking they see Sexy Red twerk, they think that's cool, and it's not cool because it's not like presenting them in the right way of them like wanting them like seeing them as a woman, like being like independent.
Whoa. Hold on. You can't go too far in there because females gonna say you're being misogynistic.
How?
Who are you to tell me I can dance?
I'm not telling
wear? If I want my 7-year-old daughter to wear a 30-inch blonde bust down with the middle part, with the nails, with some shorts that come up to her booty cheek, then I should be able to put my daughter on a halter top and dress her like me. Who are you to tell me how I can dress my daughter and what I can do with my daughter?
Okay.
But
but
when you got somebody like R. Kelly, but hey, you can't have it both ways.
Okay, you right.
Sadly to say.
Okay, one thing. Free Robert.
Whoa.
Pause.
Whoa.
One thing.
Hey, edit that. Cut that out.
One thing, but no, back to what you were saying. One thing I'll say, I will never like tell an adult what you should do with your parents. With your kids. I will never tell an adult that because that's their kids at the end of the day. I'm just saying that I feel like that's a bad image on kids because when they grow up, that's all they're gonna think of their childhood. Like we listen to Sexy Red or we listen to freaking Boss Man D-Lo and like little boys, all we see is guns and shit. We think that's cool now. But then it's not gonna be cool when they sit in the jail for 50 years. It ain't gonna be cool. Cause like it's a bad influence. Like NBA YoungBoy. Everybody in the world play NBA YoungBoy cause they want to relate with how he goes through. You ain't never people realize you ain't never, been through a life that NBA YoungBoy in cause his life was so different than everybody else. But they want to be like YoungBoy so bad. Cause his music sound good. But
my name is Young Boy, and I zip you up for talking shit.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
hey, bro, can y'all like quit going off of YB?
I'm not going off. I just feel like
that one jumper.
I just feel like.
But think about it. Y'all want to talk about J. Cole, Kendrick, and they all versatile. YB ain't versatile.
Okay, and when he verse about talking about what?
5% of what.
All he talks about is violence. It's violence.
No. Y'all haven't.
He does have songs that's not any, that has nothing to do with violence. But I'm saying 95% of his songs
listen
are, let's get active.
Okay, listen. when you two get like me and actually go sit down and listen to his music, then y'all can get back.
Bro,
and
everybody listening to him would be like, I'm
Like-
on demon timing. I'm
No.
on that demon timing. Like, come on, bro.
Everybody
Everybody
17.
They put
Shout out to
up
True Buzz. Shout out to True Buzz. All y'all listened to was Young Boy.
and what y'all had and what y'all
Everything was switches. And I ain't talking about these switches. I'm talking about the little button switch. Everything was
having
switches,
ski masks on.
brakes, shices. It is, guys, we're in Houston, Texas, okay? Hold on, OCD. We're in Houston, Texas. We're in Dallas, Texas. It is every bit of 95, 96 degrees. And you see every kid with a black ski mask on playing football like it's 30 degrees. And because that lets you know that it's an influence.
Yeah.
When did y'all start wearing ski masks?
Ski mask became a thing when COVID came around.
No. Ski mask became a thing when, shoot, what's the old boy name?
Who?
Get It Back in Blood. Pooh Shicey.
Yeah, that's
When
that's
ski mask became.
that's around that era, like that COVID pandemic. That's when he started getting big around that area. So like 2020, 2021.
And so that's when the ski mask really became the big thing. And now it's like, man, kids won't go anywhere without, as they call it, a shicey on.
Yeah.
And it's not just a regular one. It's like, yeah, so, kids had the shiceys all the way up to here. I mean, so, it definitely has an influence, whether we want to say it's positive or negative. It more so just depends on your outlook.
True.
Me growing up, I've seen every evolution of rap, like, from the beatboxing of Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick, coming all the way up to when my favorite genre of music, my favorite section of rap is West Coast. I'm a huge West Coast guy when it comes from Ice Cube, NWA, Pac, Kendrick. I just got put on this new group that was on like Kendrick show, Meet the Whoops. All blood group out of Compton.
Of course.
But I like those guys. But I'm a huge, it's West Coast guy.
They're dangerous.
Yeah, they are. But even when I was listening to Snoop, and this is when I was growing up doing things I was doing, wasn't a law-abiding, youth. Snoop definitely had an influence on things that, decisions that I made, Pac. I wanted to drink gin and juice because Snoop said he was rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. If y'all ever had Seagram's gin, that is one of the worst kind of liquors you can have. Matter of fact, when I was growing up, and my guy Curtis, like he's in the background, but when I was growing up, we used to call Seagram's bumpy face because the bottle just feel like straight bumps. But Seagram's, we'll mix that with orange juice. But listening to Snoop talk about it had an effect on me because Snoop was drinking gin and juice. So when we did house parties, guess what everybody was drinking? Gin and juice. When Dre came out with the Chronic, people in Arkansas never called weed Chronic. It was called reefer, but then all of a sudden it went to Chronic. Why? Because Dr. Dre said, I'm smoking Chronic. So it definitely has an influence. But Josh, you being a huge YB fan, I know you listen to King Von. And we was recently in Chicago, and we had conversations about King Von and some of the things that he was alleged to have done.
He did it. I don't care what y'all say. Alleged, he did it.
What you say? Old boy and Power. What? Hey, yo, I know your daddy. Whatever he said, he did that shit.
He did it.
But what influence or what effect has Young Boy had on you? Because I know normally before football games, I always tell you to play some what? Play some Young Boy, play some, Kendrick, because I told you that your motto for this year is gonna be what?
Pop out and show niggas.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
I don't even really listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really listen to YB before the games.
So what do you listen to that gets you set to play? What happened?
Uh, I probably listen to a few YB songs, and then I go to listen to some Kendrick. Uh, and then this is like pregame meals and all that other stuff. When we go back in the locker room to like really lock in or something, that's when I'm probably going. I have a rotation between Pac and Roddy Rich. I'm not gonna lie to you, Roddy Rich, yeah,
But if I'm correct, YB is your favorite artist, all right?
greatest of all time.
Okay. So does YB change your mood when you listen to YB?
Yeah, well, definitely.
So YB definitely has an influence on you.
Yeah. You can
So
say
do
that.
you feel that the influence that YB has on you and other youths, do you feel is positive? Because I don't want to say YB doesn't make positive music because he does have some positive songs, but it definitely seems.
Okay, so most people think that when you hear YB, you gonna hear something like he gonna kill you, he catching bodies, and he may say like he gonna have some songs like that, but then it's like as you really get into his songs, he gonna have a few songs like a few songs get you in your feelings. Like he got a few songs with Rod Waves. Uh, he got a few songs that uh lift your mood or something. Uh, so yeah, it just depends on what you listen to. Is what I'm trying to say. Um, One time Justin had walked in my room and I was playing music on my speaker and y'all don't know him, but I was playing Rio the Young OG.
I've
And
heard of him.
so Justin walked in my room and his face was just shocked. Like, what did I just hear? So it just depends on. Yeah, so depending on what type of music you gonna listen to when it comes to YB, it could change your mood. Like Justin came in my room one time, and I wasn't even listening to YB. I was listening to Rio the Young OG. Most people don't know him. Some people who do know him, you know how Rio talk.
I've heard of him before.
Uh, so even when I was in a car and I was on the aux, and my dad had heard the music, he looked at me. He said, "Hey, bro, who are we listening to right now?" I said, "This Rio the Young OG. You don't like him?" He looked at me. He said, "Hey, bro, some of the things he just said are so questionable, and I can't repeat the things he said, but still, it's like that's just the type of genre I like. But I'm also going like I also would tap into some old school like my dad, and I'll probably go listen to some Tupac or somebody from his era. Dog, you're 40, all right. Anyways, listen. Like I was saying, it's like you gotta if you listen to one person when it comes to music, it can just like if they just all negative, then yeah, that's just gonna affect your mood. They could just be like you can have a negative mood just because the music listen to. But if you have a variety to where it's like you have a demon time or you have a chill type playlist, then you can have a balanced like reaction and emotions to your music. Because that's the thing about music. Music is gonna bring out your emotions and stuff. So it's like basically these two right here. They told me when I'm in the car with them, I can't play most of the people that I listen to because it's a little bit too violent for their liking. These two are old school.
But you were
So
talking about me playing Meet the Whoops yesterday, though.
okay, okay, guys, listen. This man.
Shout out to Hitter J3.
That name already sounds dangerous. I don't even.
Hitter J3.
I don't want to be the same real with you. Okay.
P Worthy, aka J Worthy.
I don't care. This man literally said he.
YS, Hop Out, Rosecrans Ruger.
I don't care. He said I'm good. Okay.
Slum Lord Trill.
Would you listen to somebody who said I'm gonna make the chopper sing like Alicia Keys? Are we serious right now? He said free all
And
the
we
killers.
got one.
He said free all the killers. What?
Don't speak on the body. You ain't got one. Hey, but that's just what I'm on right now. Hey, if y'all get a chance, tap in with them guys. Meet the Whoops, all right? Meet the Whoops. It's 6 of them. They could possibly be this new generations of NWA. But, hey, guys, as you can see, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. Pause it. So, yeah, guys. So, as you can see, music does have an influence, especially rap music, depending on what you own, depending on what your mindset already on. Like, if your mind is already on, I'm finna go out here and drill something, then guess what? When you pop in some Young Boy or some Meet the Whoops or whoever, it's just finna amp you up to go do what? To go drill something. But I'm finna tell y'all a funny story, like we up out here. I realized last night that I'm in a weird age demographic. And I'm in my early 40s, all right? My kids.
Still 40.
Teenage. The fact of the matter is, I'm in my early 40s. So last night there was this free event at the Aloft Hotel that Rodney Block hosted. So, you know, we up in there, nice little vibe and everything. But I'm looking at people, and they like full gray. And I'm looking at people that was also when I was Josh's age, when I was, 12, 13, these people were already grown. And I'm in the same event with them. And I'm like, yo, is this what my life is now? Like, I'm too young to listen to Frankie Beverly and Maze and SWV. And again, I like that music. Justin loves that music. But again, these people were adults when I was a kid. SWV were all adults when I was a kid again. So, but I also realized I got a nephew that's about to be 21, but I also got some other nephews that's like 23, 24. I realized that I can't go party with them because piggybacking on the last topic, everything they listening to is we finna go drill something. And I don't know if they talking about drilling somebody in the party, going to go drill a chick. I'm just not trying to hear that switch go click. And so I'm just trying to figure out what age demographic do I fit in as far as music and events for people that's in their, mid to late 30s, early 40s, because I'm not partying with nobody that's 60 in their late 50s, all right? I cannot do it, man. I can't. But on the flip side, I can't walk into a club and I see my kids in there. Like, I walked into the club one time and my dad was in there, yeah. I'm like, yo, hey, guys, we got to go. If me and my dad at the same function and it's not like a, R&B thing, no, not going to happen. And so, hey, please tell me, hey, Telly, Langston, please get back to throwing some events for the mid-30, early 40s crowd, guys. Please. All right, that's all I'm asking.
I think you meant like the late 30s to early and mid 40s.
No. I need mid-30s.
You not in your
mid 30s.
You're past
mid 30s
but you're past
to
the
mid
mid-30s.
40s.
But you're past
I
the
know.
mid-30s.
I'm in my early 40s.
Exactly. You're 40.
But
Hey,
bro, don't play me like that because I look like I'm in my 30s, dog.
hey, but guess
All
what?
right.
You wanna know something? Hey.
Look, my beard all black. All right, no dye.
Guess what?
All right,
Guess what?
no dye in my
Your
beard.
your beard
No
can,
dye.
Your beard can be all black. You You can have a smooth shaved head. You can have all these, Gucci sandals and all this other stuff.
Whoa. Hey, man,
Guess
quit
what?
telling my business,
Guess
dog.
what?
Whoa.
You wanna know something? You wanna know? I'm gonna give you three things. You're 40, like I said. Okay. You got 3 kids. All right. And guess what? You a grandpa.
Hey, you know what?
You's a grandpa.
Hey, y'all. This gonna bring an end to episode number 3. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. Appreciate my boy Curtis J for coming in. What up, Curtis? I see you in the back. Appreciate my boy Curtis for his tapping in. Hey, and guess what? Curtis gonna be back as well. So, hey, Josh wilding over here. So we finna. Hey, shut up, man! If I punch you. Hey, y'all, we done. Tiffany, cut the camera. I'm out, y'all.